Hello everyone and welcome back. We're going to be playing a new route. We're going to be playing a brand new character. It's going to be Rozy, and everyone has been looking forward to his, including me.
あなたが進む道の先はどんな未来でしょうか?
I'm going to start off with chapter 1 and we're going to play through his common route choices to see, show everyone how you get to Rozy. And not the other ones. Which it looks like the only thing that's really different is you invite him to breakfast and you like the kind types, and then that's what gets you to Rozy, because everything else has been picked in other people's scenarios as well. And this is no longer new, we've seen this. So for the first one, we're going to eat delicious food.
キス、美味しいものたくさん食べましょうね。
We're going to wave at the shore.
やっほー！皆さん！
I am curious about what each one is. So that one was a Keith catch. Let's see, we're going to do warm-up stretches, which is the Alan one.
まずは準備運動ですよね。
And then come clean. So I don't know if we've ever come clean with him before. They just met in the gallery. She tried to touch the witch's eye and he's like, no. This is the first time you see him. Actually, this is the only time you see him in something other than his engineering outfit. When her stomach growls, we're going to come clean. That might have been an Allen catch too. I don't know. It's purple. Oh right, I was looking for the lounge that serves snacks. I don't know if this person is a staff member, but he's knowledgeable about the displays, so he might know where the lounge is too.
つかぬことをお伺いしますが。
どうしたの?
実は私、お腹が空いてしまって。軽食を出してくれるラウンジの場所をご存知ありませんか?
Right as I asked, my stomach growls in agreement. How embarrassing.
そっか、お腹が空いてるんだ。あいにくこういうものしか持ち合わせがないんだけど、もしよかったら。
This is something from his pocket. It's gonna be his little gummy snacks. Gummy candies. So I've already read most of this in the very first common route playthrough, so if you want to catch up on that, go ahead and watch that video. We're going to continue on down Rozy's catches, so we can start off in chapter 3. This is going to be ladylike, which is a Jira catch.
Catarina.
And then we're going to go for the fish. And then the most memorable was the food. Which is a Nicole catch, but it's fine. And then we're going to go into chapter 2. We're hungry again, but this time we're going to say invite him to breakfast.
そうだ。この後時間があるなら一緒に朝食を食べない?
Which I think we did in Giorda's route, but that's the only time we've ever invited him to breakfast.
朝食?
I think.
ええ、実は友達みんなと一緒に食べようって約束をしているの。新しい友人としてロジーを紹介したいし、一緒に行かない?
I'm sure Keith and the others would love hearing about the ship's technology from Rozy. I thought it was a good idea, but Rozy hesitates.
気乗りしないなら無理にとは言わないけれど。
いや、ありがとう。誘ってもらえて嬉しいよ。朝食を一緒に取る時間は取れそうにないけど、カタリナの友人たちには俺も会ってみたいから、少しだけ顔を出していいかな。
ええ、もちろんよ。
Rozy smiles gently and I smile back.
ということで、この船で友達になった。
And we're going to not ask. going to feel bad for Alan. Oh. We're going to like the kind types.
やっぱり優しい感じの人かな。
I told them I like someone I could eat with who won't get upset if I pick up something off the ground. They all look so happy.
私、学園に戻ったらまたカタリナ様にお菓子を焼きますね。
ありがとうマリア。楽しみにしてるね。
はい。
そういえばカタリナ様、確か軽食が出るバーがあるとお聞きしたような。
バーでも食べられるの？
ええ、会話を楽しみながらつまめるものがあるそうですわ。そこで出るサンドイッチが絶品だとか。
よし、じゃあ次はそのバーに行こうって思ったけど、もう少し小腹を減らしたいから先に別のところから回らない？
ええ、そうしましょう。いろいろと一緒に食べましょうね、カタリナ様。
楽しみだわ。
Mary is well informed, so being around her will get me to all the hot tips about gourmet food on the vinculum. If possible, I want to try every single dish available on the vinculum. With that in mind, we leave the library in high spirits. That's funny.
じゃあ次はギャラリーラウンジの方に行って。
And then we're going to say we imagined it. And then we're going to skip to the next unread content.
迷ってしまった。
And this should be an introduction into Rosy's route now, which looks like it is another shade of purple. So yeah, 2 of those catches were for Rozy and not Alan. I continue to wander the ship, searching for the party hall.
ここは甲板に出ちゃうドアだし。
I think she's already cleaned off her dress from being spilt on.
ってあれ？なんだろう。今外で何かが光ったような。
Whoa. There in the direction of the observatory, something's glittering through the dark. What was that? Curious about the light, I start to walk in this direction.
気持ちいい。
As I step out onto the deck, I feel the cool sea breeze against my skin. I can't help but sigh in relief. Ah, that feels good. It was a bit stuffy in the hall. Hey, there's someone already there. I approach wondering who would be out at this hour. Is someone familiar?
カタリナ。
ロジー、偶然ね。また休憩中なの？
あ、いや、休憩じゃないんだ。ちょっと仕事の関係で野暮用があってね。
Now that he mentions it, Rozy isn't in his plain clothes.
そっか。ごめんね、仕事中に。
いや、大丈夫だよ。ちょうど終わったところだったし。カタリナはどうしてここに？
いやー、私もちょっと野暮用でパーティーを抜け出してて。
It's too awkward to say I was in the restroom trying to get a stain out of my dress, and then I remember.
あれ？そういえばさっきこの辺で何かチカチカ光ってなかった？それが気になってここに来てみたんだけど。
光？ああ、じゃあこの明かりかな。さっきまで手元を照らすのに使っていたから。
Rozy says, pulling out what appears to be an industrial lantern. I see, so that's what it was. I thought the sparkle had been blinking, but it was probably just being covered by Rosy's hand from time to time.
それよりカタリナ、そのドレスよく似合ってるね。
Oh, that was sweet. I think he's just lying to cover up whatever it was, though.
でもその格好で夜風に当たると風邪をひいちゃうんじゃないかな。今朝はくしゃみもしていたし。
Oh yeah, this is the same day she invited him to breakfast.
俺の用事も終わったし、一緒に船内に戻ろうか。
Rozy holds out his arm to me as if to escort me. Huh? Yeah, he's definitely a lord. Something about the gesture feels off. It's exactly what Giordo and Keith do when they escort me at parties. Rozy said he was one of the ship's engineers. No, he's totally a lord. I know this. He's gotta be. Well, actually, the people at the infirmary on Keith's route almost called him lord. Still, I take Rosie's hand. Rosie's probably just accustomed to it from seeing all the nobles on board the cruise. No, you don't just mimic what other nobles do. Oh yeah, there's the blinking. At the same moment, I see something flashing out in the ocean.
あれ？
どうしたの？
いや、何か海の向こうでチカチカ光った気がして。
本当？気づかなかったな。でも海にこの船の明かりか星か何かが反射しただけじゃないかな。
You are so lying right now. I know it. He's probably signaling the pirates.
俺も夜に甲板に出てるとよくそういうのを見るから。
Of course, you could tell Catarina anything and she'll believe you. I see, it was just a reflection. That sounds plausible. I feel convinced as we head back inside. So gullible.
じゃあ俺は仕事に戻るから。あ、どうしたの？
いやー、実は迷子になってたことを思い出して。ロジーってパーティー会場の場所わかる？
うん、わかるよ。でも今はこんな格好だから俺が会場まで案内するのはまずいな。
Yeah, if he's self-conscious by the way he's dressing, he's definitely of a higher status.
そこの道をまっすぐ行って右へ曲がった先の廊下にある3つ目の扉だったと思うけど、わかる？
No, no, she can't.
多分。
No.
誰にも見つからないように行けば大丈夫かな。いやでも。
Rozy mumbles to himself while checking his pocket watch. Yeah, this is about the time the pirates usually attack in every other route. Maybe he's pressed for time and needs to get to his next job.
大丈夫よ、ロジー。今教えてもらった通り行くから。この道を左へ行って3つ目の扉よね。
いや、そこの道をまっすぐ行って右へ曲がった先の廊下にある3つ目の扉なんだけど。
He's like, no. Yeah, you better escort her.
やっぱり俺がついて行った方が。
That's funny. As Rozy says that, a staff member passes by.
あ、君、ごめん、ちょっといいかな。
どうしましたか？
彼女をパーティー会場まで送り届けてほしいんだ。
ですが。
The staff member makes a troubled expression. As his bangs flitter, I notice a scar by his brow. It might be that he was told to keep out of sight due to that scar.
大丈夫よ、ロジー。一人で行けるから。
I'm gonna worry him.
ダメだよ。もうすぐパーティーも終わるだろうし、急がなきゃ。
Huh? The party is ending already? Just how much time has passed? I better hurry and get back like Rozy said. No, the pirates are going to attack soon. He wants you at the party hall with everyone else.
だから彼女を頼むよ。わかったね。
はい。
すみません、忙しいところ。
いえ。
じゃあ頼んだよ。カタリナ、気をつけて。
ありがとう、ロジー。
Thank goodness. If I kept wandering around lost, I'd have missed the rest of the party. Yeah, and all the food. I wave to Rozy and walk with the staff member. Glancing behind me, I can see Rozy watching, worry still written on his face. I know. Yeah, I know. He feels bad already. He feels bad already. Rozy shows a worry wart. No, it's because pirates are about to attack. A staff member is guiding me there, so it should be fine. As I follow the staff member, I silently pray that there will still be time to grab some more food. No. As soon as Catarina is out of sight, a deep sigh escapes my lips.
これで無事に会場に戻れるといいんだけど、でもまさかこのタイミングでカタリナに会うなんて。
And I really didn't think she noticed the signal I sent earlier. I told you he signaled the pirates.
あれで作戦はもう実行に動いてしまったんだ。俺も持ち場に戻っておかないと。
I knew it. I'd have liked to confirm Catarina's safety myself, but I know that wouldn't work.
しっかりしろロジー。今はやるべきことをやらないと絶対に失敗はできない。
See, if I would have played his route like second, I think you could play his route after the first one unlocks. If I would have played him second, I would have thought he was a sinister guy or something. He would have been a bad guy. And after all the other routes I've gone through and see how kind he is during all those, I know he's more than what he lets on right now. As we arrive at the venue, the staff member smiles in relief.
よかった。間に合った。
You're in league with the pirates too. Thank goodness I got her here before they attacked. Yeah, thank goodness the party isn't over yet. The two of us release simultaneous sighs of relief. He gasps in realization and bows nervously.
では、私はこれで失礼いたします。
Boy, a pirate in disguise.
送ってくれてありがとう。
いえ、当然のことですから。
I'm not sure why he looks so nervous as he hurries away. Considering the way he continues to keep his head down, I'm assuming my previous guess was correct. No, it's not. I'm sure he must be in a rush to get to his next job. I feel bad for making him guide me. But I'm glad I got back in time. Let's see what food is left.
カタリナ。
カタリナ様。
カタリナ様、よかったですわ。なかなか戻ってこられないので心配していたんです。
あ、ごめんねみんな。ちょっとお手洗いに行ったら迷子になっちゃって。でもまさかこんなに長い時間さまようことになるとは思わなくて、パーティーが終わっちゃう前にギリギリ戻ってこられてよかったわ。
And Chio's gonna be like, the party's not ending.
ギリギリですか。まだ日付も変わっていませんし、終わるまでは十分に時間があるはずですが。
I told you.
そうなんですか？
Rozy said that it was about time for the party to end, but maybe Rosy's watch was off.
まったく、会場を出るならせめて誰かにことづけてからにしてくれ。
I really like Alan's suit. Actually, I think that cross thing around his neck is like one of the earrings that he wore on his right ear.
そうだな。今カタリナを探しに行く相談をしていたところだった。だが無事で何よりだ。
すみません、ご心配おかけして。
Not only did I leave without a word, it took some time coming back, so I'm sure they were all worried. They made disheartened Maria smile softly at me.
でも無事に戻ってこられましたし、そろそろまたパーティーの続きを楽しみませんか？実はカタリナ様におすすめしたいケーキがあったんです。
Say no more.
本
If Maria recommends it, it must be a good cake. I did work up a bit of an appetite after all that wandering. Let's eat. Maria and I head for the food in high spirits, but at that exact moment... Oh. I nearly fall as the ship shakes violently.
カタリナ。
Yorda holds me steady before I fall.
ありがとうございます、チオルド様。でも一体何が。
From the party hall's entrance, I see a group of men pouring in.
はは、よーく揃ってるじゃねえか。
Yo. At The head of the pack is a mysterious man who bares his teeth in a smile. The men behind him look to be pirates. Oh no. So that was only 22 minutes. I think I'm going to continue on, but if it ends up being too long, I will split it up. So we'll just have to see what happens. The scene around me erupts into screams, everyone thrown into confusion. The sound of a gunshot cuts through the chaos. Ooh. Is he gonna grab her already? Oh,
この
okay.
船は俺たちバイス海賊団が制圧した。命の保証が欲しかったらおとなしくしな。
Got a nice new silver CG. Pirates? Oh my goodness. Who knew? I stared blankly, frozen in a daze. The Quidian soldiers guarding the party hall engaged the pirates.
海賊だとそんなバカな。怪我したくなきゃ俺たちに従いな。
What's going on? Why pirates? Wait, pirates? Why does that sound familiar? I have a really bad feeling about this. A chill runs down my spine at the word pirates.
カタリナ様、震えていますが大丈夫ですか？
カタリナ、怖いのですか？
あれ？あ、いや、そういうつもりじゃなかったんですけれど。
But it's a fact that I'm shaking. Jordo and the others look at me, their faces tense.
カタリナ、大丈夫です。あなたのことは僕が守りますから。
I still love Jordo so much.
あら、何を言うんですの？私たちだってカタリナ様のことをお守りしますわ。
She says this in like every room, but what are you going to do? Like, you're a woman.
私だってカタリナ様を守るためなら。
And noble women at that. I mean, last time Catarina tried to protect someone, she ended up overboard. No, it's not the pirates I'm afraid of. Something just doesn't feel right. Right, it's a little different than fear.
その顔は白暗の悪魔シルバか。貴様がなぜこんな場所に。
どこかで見た顔だと思えばフレデリック・エールソンか。
白暗の悪魔、あれが。
じゃああれが一度会ったら二度と無事には戻れないっていう海賊の頭なの？
I didn't know there was such an ominous rumor going around. I don't completely understand, but he's apparently a famous pirate. You guys had this conversation in like chapter 2. His face does look kind of familiar. Wait, why does his face look familiar? Even if I've heard the rumors of him, I shouldn't be able to recognize his face.
大変だな、偉い軍人様も。だが、ここにお前がいるのは想定内だ。
お酒。
Roger draws his sword and advances to engage Silva in duel. It's already heating up.
いつもいつも我ら海軍の邪魔立てをする野蛮なやつめ。今日こそ貴様には相手になってもらうぞ。
はは、そういやこれまで直接交戦したことはねえな。いいぜ、相手してやるよ。
覚悟しろ。
Roger strikes first with a powerful downward swing. Silva catches it with his own blade and grins ferociously.
この攻撃の重さ、さすがは鉄壁の剣心なんて呼ばれてるだけはあるな。だが
Oh, it's purple.
今目が紫に光ったわ。
じゃあ本当にあのバイス海賊団の頭なのか。
あばよ、軍人様はいい子でねんねしてな。
Although I'm not. Oh. With a powerful kick to the gut, Silva sends Reddit flying into the wall where he slumps over unconscious. Hey. The person who never's been defeated has just got kicked. Good night.
No! バカな!
会場警備の軍人さんが倒されるだなんて。
嘘だろ。フレデリク殿がかなわないとは。
The other passengers pale as the pirates gather us onto the corner of the room.
あんたたちはこっちでおとなしくしてな。
I expected Rozy to like just walk out in completely different clothing and just join the pirates.
逃げようったってそうはいかねえからな。
Hmm? What? I think I've seen them somewhere before.
よかった。間に合った。
He was the staff. That's funny. His appearance is different, but I clearly recall the scar on his brow. There's no way I could mistake it. He's the nice staff member that walked me to the hall.
あれってことは、もしかして他の人も。
カタリナ、どうしたんだ？
いや、あの人、私をこの会場まで送り届けてくれたスタッフの人のような気がして。
確かに言われてみれば他にも見覚えのある者が何人かいるな。あそこにいる海賊も初日のパーティーで給仕係をしていた気がする。
Somebody was, yes he was. Huh? The party on the first day? Now that he mentions it, I get the feeling that he's right. He took a drink with his... Speaking of which, that one too. Looking at Silva's face suddenly reminds me of pineapple juice. I remember the flavor well, and it made me want another. Yep. But does that mean Silva was a part of the wait staff? But he's wearing an eye patch. Even if I can't be sure about Silva, I'm certain about the person who brought me back to the party.
ということはこれはスタッフの人たちによるビンクルム号の盛大な余興。
Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to go back and see if Silva was wearing an eye patch as a waiter. I'm curious because I don't remember if he was or not.
それはありませんからね。
No. He denied it immediately.
仮に主催者側が用意した余興だったとして、フレデリク教のあの様子を演技と片付けてしまうのは無理があるでしょう。
Yeah.
それにあの紫の目はどう説明する気だ？語りじゃなく本物の白暗の悪魔ってことだろ。
それもそうですね。ということはやっぱり海賊。
Pirates, though. Pirates. What's bothering me so much about pirates? I had a dream about them, right?
聞いてた通りご令嬢としちゃずれまくってんな。いや、その肝の座り方感心した。
It's certainly an odd case. When I come to my senses, Silva stands before me. He brandishes his gun and grins.
それ以上近づかないでください。
Yes, go protect her, Jorda. Huh? I realize Jorda is holding me by the shoulders. He pulls me closer. Mary Sophia and Maria look shocked by the close contact. Oh, get over it. They're in danger. He's protecting his fiancée from pirates. Now, this is a bit embarrassing, but wait, what? Whoa. My face, warm with embarrassment, starts to feel hot. Instead, my vision begins to spin. I wonder if that's the effect of the purple eye. I feel hot, I think. Wait, something is wrong.
っておい、様子がおかしいんじゃねえか？こ
Oh,
れ。
it's not because of him. I think this is bad.
カタリナ！カタリナ！
カタリナ様、
Their voices are so distant. My consciousness flickers out and darkness sets in. Oh my goodness. What happened to her? Yay, now we're gonna see about the fan disc again. Light pink walls and a black table. Suddenly I'm in Atsu's room. I see a game controller in my hands. It seems like I'm Atsu again in the stream. I wish I could chat with her. Unfortunately, I can't speak or move. At least I can watch her play. I turn my attention to the TV screen and see what it looks like in a Tomy game. Nice, a Tomy game. It's been way too long. Hey, this background looks familiar. There's the sound of seagulls, the background of the luxury stack, and behind the dialogue box, a sprite of a hooded woman. The character's name says question mark. Maybe it's a new character. Just as this races through my mind.
あなただけ幸せになれると思ったら大間違いよマリア
I don't know how many times I've heard that line. This voice, it can't be. The villainess of fortune lover Catarina Clays. This voice is almost too familiar. It's me, but also not. Catarina Clays is the main antagonist for the Otome game Fortune Lover. She meets her doom in the original game, but yet here she is on TV. What is going on? Why is Catarina on the vinculum laughing menacingly? What game is this, Atsu? I want to reach out and grab her, but Atsu's line of sight is pointed at the table. She grabs a snack from the table. Next to it is a game case and magazine. The portraits on the case are familiar. It's Giorno and all the other romanceable characters and Fortune Lover. I don't remember seeing this illustration, but the logo does say Fortune Lover. Wait, it says Fortune Lover Blue Tail. What's with the subtitle?
早くイケメン海賊出てこないかな。パッケージにはいないけど雑誌には載ってたし、絶対隠し攻略キャラだと思うんだよね。
Also flips to the magazine to reveal the long-awaited fan disc of Fortune Lover. The magazine headlines that the fan disc for the Otome game Fortune Lover has been released. Huh? But aren't fan disc games usually just after stories following the events of the main game? Why is it on the vinculum? I look at the article to see a pull quote, torn from the arms of your lover by a pirate. It seems like the fan disc Blue Tail takes on the theme of blue with two types of bonus stories. First is a series of marriage after stories with the theme of something blue. Second is a new incident on the high seas. Pirates and the vinculum appear in this fan disc, so the ominous hook line marks a new chapter for the Fortune Lover story. Why even bother with a new chapter? Just stick to the super sweet after stories.
続編の代わりにファンディスクが出るってここには書いてあるけど、続編はどんな構想だったんだろう。
Wait, no, never mind the sequel of the fan disc. What's going on in the scene? Why is Catarina here? I thought she was exiled. Or is this story based off if she never was doomed? This new info sends me to a panic, but Atsu by contrast calmly turns the page. There I see another familiar face. This is Silva the pirate. There's an entire page introducing Silva. This Silva, with an evil grin, looks more cynical than the real one.
それにしてもいくら反響が大きかったからってまさか本当にファンブックに載せたネタをベースにファンディスクで新しい話を作っちゃうとはね。ファン思いって言ったらいいのか、単にスタッフがやりたかっただけなのか。ま、中身が面白ければそれでいいけどね。
Huh? Huh? Wait, I get it. I remember all about the pirates now. This was in that Atsu dream. I remember the fanbook that Atsu read in my other dream now. That's right, the book mentioned a cut ending where Catarina, en route to exile, is on a ship that's sunk by pirates. And that means this chapter is based on a rejected plot for another of Catarina's doom ends. Isn't that kind of terrible? This is a fan disc, so even the fans are thirsty for more of the villainess's blood. And wouldn't that put Maria in danger too, since she's the main character, though maybe it leads to new romantic developments. As if that matters, in the fan disc, Catarina comes back, but then...
さあ海賊たち彼らを捕まえなさい
Yes, sir!
Yes, sir. Wait, Catarina is leading the pirates here? And now we're in the new part of the dream, where it's different. I nervously look at the screen and see Catarina and Silva standing side by side, comrade in arms. Why? Isn't the story supposed to be over? Why are you back being the villain? To be honest, I was hoping Catarina would be grateful that she was alive at all. Anyway, I need to get as much information as I can from the stream. Otherwise, I might end up doomed. I tried to look over at the table to see if I can glean information from the magazine, but the scenery starts to distort and Atsu's room becomes further and further away. Wait, just a little more. My wish falls on deaf ears and the dream ends here. I wonder if she's going to find Rozy in that magazine this time. In the infirmary. Huh? Where am I? I blink a few times, trying to clear my mind. As I slowly sit up, I feel something warm fall from my forehead. Is this a cloth? From the looks of it, the cloth is damp. Someone must have placed it on my forehead while I was sleeping. Looking around, I find Keith fast asleep in a chair. Aw, poor Keith. I forgot he was sent there before the party. Keith? Was Keith the one nursing me? Probably. I think I had this amazing dream. Wait, where am I? Amazing dream. Looking around, I realize that this is the infirmary. Why am I here again? Trying to remember the reason why it makes me groan. Suddenly I feel hotter. And then I passed out, I think. Maybe it's a fever. My mind floats in a daze and I can't seem to string coherent thoughts together. But Keith is obviously just recovering himself. I have to get him back to bed. The moment I try to get out of bed and wake up Keith, my vision blurs again. I feel sick. I wonder if she's affected by the satches in this one. It seems like I'm in terrible condition right now. My fever seems pretty high too. Fever. I thought I was pretty tough. I was out in the night breeze and then came the pirate attack. Together they were probably too much. Wait, pirates. I have to find out what happened to Giorgio and the others. Or so I thought, but the dizziness returns again. I don't think I can move. For now, it might be better if I sleep. Keith is safe, so maybe Jordan and the others are okay too. But I can't stay like this. That peculiar dream I saw earlier, Jordan and the rest of the group, and the pirates circle my mind. And then I hear the door open and footsteps approach my bedside.
Catarina, 目が覚めた?
I was like, it's either Silva or it's Rozy. It's Rozy.
Rozy? なんでここに?
倒れたって聞いたから心配で。
聞いた? 誰から?
From who?
それより、ちょっと待ってて。
From Silva, obviously. Rozy says in a low voice. He turns away and I hear a metallic clink. A moment later, he hands me a cup.
よかったらこれを飲んで眠って、カタリナ。楽になるから。
That the herbal tea that cures the Satch's effects. Taking the cup from Rozy, a delicious smell surrounds me. The warmth radiating from the cup is soothing. As I drink, a gentle flavor fills my mouth. Yeah, because in Keith's root, he knew a lot about herbs. I taste lemon, ginger, honey, and a hint of spice mixed together with the sweet drink. I think it is tea. I rarely ever got sick in my past life, but when I did catch a cold, Mom would make me ginger tea like this. How nostalgic. Something cold touches my forehead. It's Rosy's hand.
まだ熱があるみたいだね。
That's cute. I can never do that. When I touch my forehead and someone else's, I can't ever tell the difference. I have to like put my face on their forehead. That's how I can tell if they're hot or not. That feels good. His cold hand. Rosy's hand is gentle and cool. I feel a wave of relief wash over me. This is a really cute picture. The warm tea seems to soothe and relax my body from deep within, and I'm hit with a sudden wave of exhaustion. Aww.
ごちそうさま。
Rosie smiles gently as I put the cup down.
よく飲めたね。
Rosie, he's like a caring older brother. He's gentle and considerate. I feel safe when he's here. I have so many things to think about, but I feel like I can wait until morning. My eyelids start to droop.
ほら、もう横になって。
ありがとう、ロジー。
I lay back in bed as Rosie had directed, and it naturally made me yawn. If my body warmed up, the fever-induced nausea starts to subside.
大丈夫。明日には熱が下がって元気になるはずだから。
Rosie passed me on the head, and I feel a calming sensation from the bottom of my heart, allowing me to fall right to sleep. I almost wanted to go back and read all the encounters she had with Rosie, because the very first chapter, he sees her and he's shocked, so I think he knows her. And he seems familiar with her on the other times that he meets her too. He's been hiding something from the very beginning. And he's in love with her in other characters' roots. So I think there's more history here than what we know. And he's also a lord, and he's also in league with the pirates. As I watched Catarina drift off into a fevered sleep, I sighed to myself.
ダメだな。少しだけ様子を見てすぐに戻るつもりだったのに。
He just compels you to want to do more. More than that, I should never have spoken to her.
でも放っておけなかったんだ。
I know, she's going to complicate your mission. Judging by the state she was in earlier, she might just think it was all a dream. Half of me hopes so, and the other half can't stand the thought. I'm completely divided.
カタリナ、まさか君とこの船で再会するなんて。
I knew it. He does know her. From the moment he said it can't be on the first chapter, I'm like, you know her. I've always wanted to see her again. That's my very reason for being. Oh. She means a lot to him. Who are you? Yet all the times and places I had to be here and now during a pirate attack. She doesn't know you, but she could still call you friend. I can't forget the way she smiled when she ate the gummies 2 days ago. I was so happy to see her enjoying something I'd made.
記憶の中の君と変わっていなくて安心したよ、カタリナ。
When I first spotted her, she looked like a proper noble woman. I could barely contain my surprise. But on the inside, she hasn't changed a bit. Her expressive smile makes me so happy, but...
君はここに来るべきじゃなかった。ごめんね、カタリナ。
It would be a complicated route for sure. The mission is already underway, and there's no going back. All I can do is try my best to keep her out of harm's way. I will get her home safe and sound, and without her ever learning a thing about me. And that's what you think. These things never go as you planned. The next morning...
よく寝た。
姉さん。
I sit up in bed. Keith immediately leans in towards me.
よかった。熱はもうないみたいだね。具合はどう？
平気だけど、キース、なんでここに？
What are you doing here?
なんでじゃないよ。姉さんが熱を出して寝込んでいたから看病してたんだよ。覚えてない？
She's going to think that Rosie was a dream, isn't she? Oh, alright. Now that he mentions it, that does sound familiar.
姉さんが熱を出すなんて、昨日の朝、甲板なんか歩いたりするから風邪をひいたんだよ、きっと。
And yesterday night. He's right about that. I was so hungry. in the morning that I couldn't sleep and went to watch the sunrise. Then I met Rozy, who gave me an energy bar.
ってあれロジは
ロジ？それって姉さんが紹介してくれたヴィンクルム号の技術士のこと？
Well, fine. Let it be a dream, whatever.
そうそう。昨べロジが来てくれたような気がするんだけど、途中で寝ちゃって。キースは気づかなかった？
Keith was asleep. How would he remember?
昨べ？いや、僕は気づかなかったけど、姉さんのことだから夢でも見たんじゃないの？
そっか。
Yeah,
そうね。
let it be a dream.
夢かもしれないわ。
We imagined him touching our forehead. But still, I remember the sensation of his hand. It felt too real to be a dream. It is true, I don't really remember what we talked about, and wait, I do sort of remember some delicious ginger tea.
って姉さん、話はまだ途中なんだけど、聞いてる？
According to my senses, I noticed Keith looking at me, seeming a little put off.
いつもそうやって話を途中で聞かなくなるんだから。しかも昨日のパーティーでも急にいなくなったって言うじゃないか。どこに行ってたの？
Stare.
それは甲板で気分転換を。
She talks like Rozy when she's trying to be inconspicuous, I guess, but she tells the truth. It doesn't lie, but she's just like, yeah, so.
パーティーの最中に甲板に出たの？
Oh, I planned to keep that a secret from Keith, so I wouldn't get chewed up, but I blurted it out without thinking. I've doomed myself to listen to another of Keith's nagging lectures.
夜の潮風なんて体を冷やすに決まってるじゃないか。そんなことだから熱を出すんだよ。それに。
I messed up. Even if I came clean about the real reason I left, he'd slip right into a lecture about not getting my dress dirty. That's my mother's son, all right.
姉さん、話聞いてる？
No.
はい。
Yeah.
というか、いつも言ってるよね。パーティーの最中は絶対一人で行動しないようにしてって。
ずいぶんと怒られてるじゃねえか、カタリナ。
Even Scylla comes to check on you. Huh? As I reflect on Keith's words, a man silently appears from the shadows. Shadows.
いつの間に？
I didn't sense him at all. Wait.
よう、カタリナ。元気になったみてえだな。
Yo.
シルバー。
なんだよ、幽霊でも見たみたいな顔して。
Seeing his face triggers so many memories all at once. We were attacked by pirates during the party, but also Fortune Lover Blue Tail is a fan disc of the Atomi game Fortune Lover, and its new pirate character Silva, who appeared on the magazine, is standing before me right now. Wait, does that mean this is the start of the fan disc? But he doesn't really give off the same aura as the guy in the magazine.
へえ、もうすっかり熱も下がったみてえだな。これで王子様らにも報告できるか。
Prince and company. The prince? Of course. His words remind me that my friends are also in danger.
そういえばみんなはジオルド様たちは今どうしてるの？
I approach Silva, but he only waves me away laughingly.
落ち着けって、ここに弟がいるだろう。
That has nothing to do with Giorno.
いやそうだけど他のみんなは。
身内のキースがお前の看病をするってことで、王子様らには納得してもらって、今は別室でおとなしくくつろいでいただいてるってわけだ。あんな大所帯で医務室に押しかけてこられても、他の患者の迷惑だろうし、仕事が滞るだけだからな。
I look around to see that over half of the beds are occupied, a stark contrast to yesterday. The ship's doctor looks busy with such a large number of patients to attend to, so his explanation makes sense.
それにしてもどうして急にこんなにたくさんの人が医務室に？
I have no idea, but next to me, Keith just sighs.
海賊なんかに襲われたら精神的に参って体調を崩すのが当たり前だよ。
言っとくが、放置しないだけ俺たちは良心的だと思うが。
Silver gives while Keith glares at him menacingly.
どうせ身代金を得るため死なれては困るか。僕たちを売り払うための商品価値が下がらないようにするためにしぶしぶ面倒を見ているだけだろ。
Throws the word ransom out there early.
え、そうなの？
姉さん、海賊がこうして僕たちを殺さずに生かす理由なんてそれぐらいしかないでしょ。
はは、よくわかってんじゃねえか。お前たちは大事な俺らの獲物だからな。大切に扱ってやってるんだよ。
Pray.
というわけで、お前の体調も気にかけてやってるってわけだ。どうだ、具合は。
ええ、すっかり元気だけど。
そりゃよかった。
Silva's words rang with surprising earnest. He called us precious prey, but in truth he seems to be genuinely concerned. He did have me brought into the infirmary too. I guess I should be thanking him?
いろいろとありがとう。
って姉さん、何お礼を言ってるの？海賊相手にそんなことしなくていいんだから。
まったくもってそうだな。本当に変わったやつだな、お前は。だが、その礼を尽くそうとする精神は嫌いじゃないぜ。
Was that supposed to be a compliment? It didn't sound very nice.
ま、とにかく無事ならよかった。だが調子が戻ったように見えても病み上がりだ。もう一日くらいはここで休んどけ。お前のお仲間にもその辺伝えとくわ。暴走されても困るからな。
Silva waves as he leaves the infirmary. As soon as he's gone, the people around me let out a collective murmur of relief.
ようやく行きましたわね。
白暗の悪魔、近くにいるとさすがに緊張しますな。
Alright, Silva is the demon of the fog. I remember how Frederick fought Silva last night at the party. At the time, he incapacitated Frederick almost immediately, proving his formidable skills. Anyone would be scared after seeing that, but also seem to think he's a secret romanceable character. That's right, the dream. It slipped my mind with everything else happening, but I had a seriously important dream. I need to think about this carefully.
じゃあ私は二度寝するわね。おやすみキス。
That's funny.
え、姉さん
He's like, what? Good night. Strategy meeting. Okay. I was like, man, it's been a long time into this episode and we haven't saved any, we haven't gotten to any choices yet, but we're about to get to the first choice. Laying down and hiding under the blankets, I begin my own private strategy meeting.
それでは作戦会議を始めます。まずは情報を整理しましょう。ファンディスクアナザーストーリーでのキャッチコピーは、恋人の中を引き裂くのは海賊でしたね。つまり恋愛エンドで誰かと結ばれていることが前提に作られた話だと思われます。でも実際卒業パーティーでマリアは誰ともくっつかなかったから、友情エンドを迎えているはずじゃない。じゃあつまり前提の部分から破綻しているんじゃ。ならきっとただの夢だよ。大丈夫大丈夫。ですがシルバの顔は
船に乗る前、つまり出会う前に一度夢の中でファンブックの中で見ています。
本当だわ。あのページにはシルバーっぽいキャララフが載ってたわ。じゃあ本当にファンディスクが始まったの？
ビンクルム号の背景もシルバも一致していましたし、今はファンディスク新編が始まってしまったと考えてもいいでしょう。
ファンディスクでカタリナはどうなるのかしら。
少なくとも夢で見たファンディスクのカタリナはまた悪役令嬢に返り咲いていたようです。
そうね、夢に出てきたカタリナはマリアをまたいじめようとしてたわ。
となるとまたカタリナ破滅エンドが用意されていそうですね。
いやー、本編で十分働いたでしょ。ファンディスクにまで悪役令嬢としてカタリナを登場させるなんてどういうことよ、スタッフ。でもまだ夢では破滅する決定的なシーンは見てないし、きっと大丈夫だよ。
ですがあの制作スタッフのことです。本編と同じように今回も悪役としてカタリナを出す以上破滅させてきそうです。そう考えるとファンディスクで起きる事件も今世のカタリナに起きうる可能性は高いかと。
ファンディスクってそもそもファンブックに載っていたお蔵入りエピソードを元に作られたのよね。
ファンブックでは確か国外追放になったカタリナが乗せられた移送中の船が海賊の襲撃にあって沈むって書かれていたけど。
じゃあこのままでいたらこの船が沈んで破滅するってこと？
No, you guys already had that doom. It was in the calls where she ate too much and just synced with it.
わかりませんが、フォーチュンラバーの世界であると分かっている以上、気をつけるに越したことはないかと。
確かに私が何もしていなくても現実がゲーム通りに進むことがあったような。
そうよ、マリアをいじめてないのに学園で断罪イベントが起きたわ。あんな風に強制的にイベントが発生するかもしれないわ。でもあれは断罪してきた人たちが闇の魔力で操られていたからだし、今回は平気じゃないかな。
そうですね。あとは夢で見たシーンと同じ状況にならないよう気をつければいいはずです。
同じ状況って海賊に命令を出すカタリナにならなければいいってこと？
そうね、つまりシルバたち海賊の誘いには絶対に乗らず手を組まなきゃいいはずよ。
あとはゲームのようにマリアをいじめず、きちんとマリアを守る姿勢を見せるのがいいのでは？
賛成！マリアと仲良くするなら大賛成！
I'm gonna go ahead and
無
create our
理は
save
しないでく
file.
ださいね。
It sounds like a vote is coming up.
ではここは
I'm going to vote to protect Maria.
ヒロインであるマリアを守ってたくさん仲良くするということでいいですかな？いいです。
Now my objective is set. The strategy meeting over, I peek out from the sheets to find Keith's worried face.
姉さん、具合まだ悪かったの？大丈夫？
キース。ああ、いや、具合は平気よ。ただちょっと考えたかったことがあって。
お腹減ったんだね。
あはは。いやー、起きてから何も食べてないから。
多分もうすぐ食事が来ると思うよ。姉さんにはちょっと物足りないかもしれないけど。
そうなの？
医務室にいるからね。他の患者の人たちと同じメニューで病人食みたいなのが運ばれると思う。
So you might get like a cup of fruit.
そんな。
On a luxury ship, I wasn't expecting something as extravagant as yesterday, but I was hoping for more quid cuisine.
そんなにがっかりしないで。足りなかったら僕のを分けるから。
Oh, that's sweet.
キース。
My brother is too kind.
ありがとう。でも大丈夫よ。キースこそしっかり食べて力をつけないと。そういえば具合は大丈夫？
ああ、うん。ゆっくり休んだし、薬も飲んでるからもう大丈夫だよ。
His complexion does seem to have its usual healthy glow.
よかった。元気になって。
それは僕のセリフだよ。姉さんも今日はゆっくり休んでいてね。どうせ医務室からは出られないと思うけれど。
Keith is frowning as he turns towards the door. From the half-open door, we can see a pirate standing outside as the guard. So we're being watched. If possible, I'd like to hurry and join everyone else. In order to put my strategy media plans into action, I need to be where Maria is. And I'm worried about the others too. Alright.
ちょっと部屋を出られないか聞いてくるわ。
Let's go ask if we can leave.
ちょっと姉さん。
He's like, no, wait. That's funny. Claire.
すみません。少し部屋を出たいんですが。
I'd like to leave for a bit. I open the door to walk into the guard who looks at me with disgust.
ああ、あんたはカタリナ・クラエスか。頭がここで休めって言ってただろ
いや、それはそうなんだけど、こう数分くらい出られないかなって。
Just for a minute.
何言ってるんだ。ダメに決まってるだろう。ほら、さっさと部屋に戻れ。
No. That's funny. No good. It seems like the guard is following Silva's orders to the letter, so there's no room for to negotiate.
ちょっと姉さん、お願いだからあんまり勝手なことしないで。海賊に話しかけるなんて危ないよ。
I hope they don't spend the rest of the chapter in here.
いやー、でもじっとしている間に破滅が来たら。
またよくわからないことを言って。とにかく姉さんは病み上がりなんだから、しばらくはおとなしくしていて。
でもみんながどうしているかキースも心配でしょ？
ジオルド様たちならみんな一緒にいるって言っていたから平気じゃないかな。
そうなの？
昨日姉さんが運ばれてきた時にシルバがそう言っていたよ。後から医務室に来た人からも話を聞いたけど、何人かずつで軟禁されているのは確かなようだから、海賊の言葉だけどそこは信じてもいいと思ってる。
I see, so everyone is together. Giordo, Ellen, and Nicole, Mary, Sophia, and Maria, are also brilliant and so skilled with magic. I'm sure they're fine. I should do as Keith says and rest up so I can be ready if anything happens. I have to be in top condition if I want to escape my doom flag. I have to rest while I still can. With that decided, I relax and wait with Keith for food to arrive. Later that night, the day passes uneventfully. As bedtime arrives, Keith and I tuck into our beds. Alright, I hope I have another dream about that fan disc. I have to avoid any doom flags. I close my eyes with that on my mind. She doesn't sleep. It's no good, I can't sleep. Because I did nothing but rest all day, I don't feel sleepy at all. I wonder if Keith is still awake. If Keith is awake, I can chat a little, but when I turn over to look at the bed beside me, I find him fast asleep. Aww. I don't want to wake him up. No matter how much I toss and turn, I still can't sleep. Maybe a little exercise will help. I'm sure it's just excess energy from resting all day. I rise from my bed. I creep out thinking the ship's doctor might stop me, but there's no one around. Maybe he's taking a break. It must be tough working non-stop. I don't want to wander around the infirmary and risk breaking the medicine beaker or something. I consider just going back to bed when I hear the sound of someone outside the infirmary standing up. Could it be? Changing guard. I open the door to take a peek outside, but the only one there is the pirate on lookout.
Nanda.
He's drunk too. I'm sure it'd be easy to get past him. I was wrong. Wait, why am I disappointed? Who did I think it might be? For whatever reason, I feel a little down as the lookout pirate stares at me. What's wrong with him? Something's going on with him. Maybe I should turn around and go back to bed.
いやー、すみません。ちょっと物音がしたから気になって。すぐ戻りますね。
Saying that, I stepped to head back inside, but for some reason the pirate grasped my arm. I was wondering, I'm like, he's probably gonna like do something to her, but he's gonna come to her rescue.
んなこと言うなよ。少しぐらい付き合ってくれたっていいだろ。
え？
He pulls me hard from the infirmary door and starts walking toward the room at the opposite side of the hall. Oh really? Wait, I thought I wasn't supposed to leave. Isn't this going to be really bad? I'm being dragged into a room by an obviously creepy pirate. This sort of thing hasn't happened to me before, not even in my past life, but even I can tell this is a really bad situation. I feel bad waking them up, but I have to cry for help from someone in the infirmary. Oh. Covers her mouth. Just as I prepare to scream, he muffles my mouth with his hand, silencing me. Huh? This is getting worse by the second. Weird pirate henchman. Then something jumps out from the shadows and the hand over my mouth falls away. Before I realize it, the pirate is passed out on the ground. Someone draws me back from behind. Rozy? Yes. Shh.
Rozy!
静かに。
This is cute. He's like, I must stay away from her. And then he's like, I need to go check on her. He puts his finger in front of his lips and I snap my mouth shut. Rozy glares daggers at the pirate on the ground. It feels so unlike him, I can't help but feel a little chill.
切りすぎやんか。
Disobeying orders. Oh my gosh. Yep. Rozy is higher in command than these guys are, I'm pretty sure. It's probably even higher than Silva. I bet you, well, I'm sure the Demon of the Fog is Silva, but I'm sure this guy is probably the captain of the pirates.
いや、うん。
Like, how dare you touch her?
それより大丈夫だった。何もされてない。
ええ、大丈夫だけど、ロジーはどうしてここに？
カタリナのことが気になって様子を見に来たんだ。
Yep, he just can't stay away from her, he's too worried.
そしたら君が絡まれていたから放っておけなくて。よかったよ、間に合って。
So that's why. Thanks to him, I wasn't dragged into another room by that pirate. Both of us are relieved. Rozy lets go of me. Looking at Rozy's face straight on reminds me of the previous night. He said he came to check up on me because he was worried. Could it be?
やっぱり昨べロジーが来てくれたのって夢じゃなかったの？
いや
For some reason, Rosie looks nervous when I say that. He stiffly turns away. She's not good. It's not a dream. You can't fool her.
ごめんそろそろ戻らなきゃ
Run away.
君の顔も見られて安心したし俺はもう行くね
Must get away. We're going to try to keep talking.
もう行っちゃうの？いや、せっかく会えたからもうちょっと話したかったなって思って。
When I heard that noise in the infirmary, I thought it was Rosie coming to visit me. That's why I was disappointed to see the pirate instead when I opened the door. But when I share my thoughts, Rosie seems to freeze up. He clears his throat quietly.
そっかありがとう俺もカタリナと話したいって思ってたんだ
That's cute. I'm sure he starts out the very beginning of his route already being in love with her, especially since he already knows her. So this will be interesting as well.
でももう夜も遅いしカタリナは病み上がりなんだから寝なきゃ
Okay, well, goodbye. Rosie places his hand on my back and gently pushes me towards the infirmary.
おやすみもう一人で部屋を出ないで
Yeah, I know, right? You could have another drunk pirate assault you. He's just like, bye. I wanted to talk to you too, but off you go. The door closes and I stand there confused. He said I'm just recovered. That means he knows I had a fever. Maybe he really did come last night. Then why did he play dumb about it? Wait, how is Rosie able to walk freely around the ship? Because he's a pirate. The ship has been taken over by pirates. During the day, a guard stopped me and told me not to go anywhere. By that logic, Rosie should have run into a guard when he tried to leave his room too. I wonder. I'm still curious, but after what just happened, I decided it's better to stay in bed and rest for the night. She's just like, whatever, I'll figure it out later. As I lay back in bed, I noticed Keith still sleeping peacefully in the bed next to mine and sighed in relief. He's not gonna lecture you. Alright, this time I'll sleep for real. I cover myself in the blankets and close my eyes. But I can't seem to shake Rosie's face out of my mind, that icy expression he wore when he knocked out the pirate. Who is Rozy? Considering I've slipped into the bandit's territory, I'm worried he might have something to do with it. But I don't remember Rozy anywhere on the packaging or the magazine. Maybe he's not part of it. No, he's secret. Rozy is just an ordinary ship engineer who can make gummies and energy bars. He has nothing to do with the fan disc, I think. Except that he's signaling pirates and he's ordering around guards. Gummies. I could sure go for some. Memories of their flavor dance on my tongue, causing my stomach to growl. Just as Keith said, they didn't bring us much food, so I am still a bit hungry. Stay strong, Catarina. Overcome this trial and reach the land of dreams. Oh my goodness. I hope I could dream about the fan disc again. As I think that, my eyelids start to feel heavier. Sleep finally descends upon me. The land of dreams. Ooh, this is different. Oh yeah, we haven't dreamt about being 8 years old in a while. In my dream, I am 8 years old again.
お父様いない。
She met Rozy when she was 8 too, probably. This memory, it's when I went to the royal palace with father. Oh, I wonder if she meets him there. I was careless and separated from him. I climbed up a tree to try to find him, but I can't spot him anywhere. I feel uneasy, surrounded by strangers.
お腹減った。
お父様。
She's probably going to get offered food by a random little boy. I'm hungry and discouraged, but then I hear footsteps.
そんなところに登ってどうしたの
It's a boy older than me. The leaves obscure my view of his face. Oh no, a stranger saw me climb a tree. Mother will be fuming if she finds out. I get yelled at for climbing trees at home. If she finds out I climbed a tree at the palace, it's going to be much worse.
お父様と
はぐれてしまって、木に登れば見つかるかもと思ったのですが。
I tried to explain it was an emergency when my stomach growls again.
お腹が空いてるの？じゃあお菓子とか食べる？
お菓子を持っているんですか？
うん。君が気に入るかはわからないけど。
He sounds just like Rozy. No matter what kind, I'll never refuse sweets. I lean down from my branch, but he panics and waves his arms.
待ってて、今そっちに行くから。
He hitches one foot on the trunk and begins to climb, and then... That box looks familiar.
よかったらこれを食べて。
100% Rozy. He holds out a little box filled with gummies shaped like jewels.
わあ、宝石みたいで綺麗。食べていいんですか？
So she encounters him at the Sorcier Royal Palace. So he's not from Quid. I thought he was from Quid. Or maybe he could be visiting from Quid, I guess. I can see the palace getting, you know, other country visitors.
うん、どうぞ。お腹が空いているんでしょ？
You can't see his face, but somehow I could tell he's smiling. You can't see his face, he's like right there next to you. I wonder who he is as I reach for the gummies. I know who he is. She should put two and two together. I mean, not that, you know, she'd probably pass it off as a coincidence, and I would too, but you've been fed gummies by another certain someone on the ship too. Huh? It was a dream. When I come to, morning has already arrived. I can sense the people around me beginning to wake. Still half asleep, I turn over to the other side. No fan dish dreams for me. And I was just about to taste that gummy. I must have dreamed about it because I was thinking of gummies last night. Wait, but I really did go to the palace like that as a child. Ah, that's why it felt so nostalgic when I got those gummies from Rozy. Oh yeah, so she does remember. I had thought it was nostalgia from my past life, but I've had gummies once before in this life too. I wonder if did she call them gummies then too? I don't remember. But who could have given me that gummy? Something feels off here. What's with the commotion?
あれ？姉さん起きたの？
There's a lot of people talking outside.
ええ、何があったのかなって思って。
I'm gonna see if she calls them gummies or not. Because she thought the word gummies, but she didn't actually say the word gummies to him.
確かに今日はやけに人の出入りが多いね。
Keith and I follow the noise and peek out the door to see multiple patients standing around the ship's doctor. I hope the chapter ends soon so I don't have to split it up into two different ones because that would be a really short, rosy introduction.
またあなたですか。酔い止めの薬は渡していたでしょ。飲んでいなかったのですか。
Yep, it's the Setches. I guess those will probably come into play during this one. It hasn't really been mentioned since Alan's route.
ちゃんと飲んでいたさ。けれど部屋に戻ると気分が悪くなってしまって。そうは言いましてもね。ベッドはもう埋まっていて。
You can have Catarina's.
あら、もう空いていないの？困ったわ。部屋にいるとどうにも頭が痛くなるのだけれど。
That woman looks familiar.
あの人、前に僕の隣のベッドにいた人だ。
Why haven't you left yet?
あ、本当だ。
お二人とも本当に仲がいい兄弟なのね。
Just as Keith said, it's the woman who was in the infirmary when I checked on him.
つまり一旦は具合が良くなって医務室を出たのに、また具合が悪くなって戻ってきちゃったのかな。
みたいだね。僕たちが寝ている間にベッドも埋まってしまったみたいだし、海賊の占領下だし、やっぱり不安から体調を崩す人も多いんだろうね。
I guess nothing in aristocratic society would prepare you for an event like this. Keith is more sensitive to stress like these two. Suddenly I'm worried about his condition.
キースの具合はどう？また気持ち悪くなったりしてない？
うん。ありがとう姉さん。本当に僕は大丈夫だよ。吐き気ももうないし。
そりゃよかった。じゃあ何も問題ないってことで、そろそろ二人には移動してもらうとするか。
He's like, okay, we're kicking you out.
シルバー。
Silva appears out of nowhere again, and Keith's glares return with him, but he doesn't say anything more. As Keith struggles to restrain himself, Silva smirks down at us.
なんだ、昨日と違ってずいぶん静かだな。ま、そうやって口を閉じてる方が利口だけどな。しかし貴族ってのは偉そうなくせに、ほんと脆弱なやつが多くて困る。
Oh, well, I did get a fever, but I never get sick. Even when I eat something off the ground, I'm perfectly fine. I rarely come down with fevers. Just as I am about to protect my good health, Silva waves his hand at me.
ああ、別にお前らのことをそう思ってるわけじゃねえが、一般論としてな。
Sure.
見ろよ、あいつらの青白い顔。おかげで医療物資の減りが早い。
海賊に襲われさえしなければ誰だって元気だと思うけど。
まあそりゃ正論だな。ほら、とにかく行くぞ。ベッドを開けなきゃならねえからな。
Oh, that's right. I finally remember there are lots of people in trouble who need sick beds.
ってことで、ほらよ。
Silva tosses something at me. Huh? Oh, these are my clothes. He brought me a change of clothes from my room.
それ持ってさっさとついてこい。とりあえずは着替えだ。
He then tosses another bundle of clothes to Keith. Silva starts to walk away, so we hurry after him. We change in the dressing room, then Silva brings us to the front of the ship. With no passengers around, the whole ship is quiet. The hallway is completely silent but for the tapping of 3 sets of footsteps.
それでどこへ向かっているんだ？
To be with your friends.
んなもん決まってるだろう。お友達と一緒の部屋にご丁寧に届けてやるとこだよ。
マリアやメアリたちのところに行ける
の？お前らがどうしてるかっていい加減うるさいもんでな。ま、そういうわけだからおとなしくついてこいよ。
Thank goodness we can finally see everyone. I continue forward with relief, but then I hear what sounds like yelling. What is that voice? It sounded familiar. I want to go back and hear it. It sounds like Rozy.
ああ、悪い。俺としたことが道を間違えたな。少し戻るぞ。
Whatever.
今の声、ただごとではなさそうだけど。海賊の狩猟が放っておいていいの？
No, it's probably Rozy yelling at Ryle or Set. He's right. We don't know if it's pirates arguing with each other or a fight among imprisoned passengers. I inch a little closer, unable to make out a few words.
職務中に飲酒など、お前はそれでリンドグレーン公爵家の剣である自覚はあるのか？
Yeah, it's definitely Rozy. Sounds like he's yelling at the pirates for becoming drunk on duty.
なんだかすごく揉めてる感じだし、仲介した方が良くない？怪我人が出るとまずいし。
He's like, nope, we're not interfering. Rozy is totally the pirate captain. I'm sure he is.
ああ、 それな。
About that.
記憶が飛んでいるからといって許されると思うな。ロジオン様、落ち着いてください。こいつも反省してますから。
Now who are they talking about? What, Rosie? Wait, that voice was... I'm not used to hearing him yell, so I didn't recognize it immediately, but now I'm sure that's his voice. I know, it took me a second too, but I'm like, no, that's definitely Rosie. Hey, if Rosie's a prisoner too, he could be in big trouble right now. No, he's the one yelling at other people. I remember last night Rosie hit a pirate, knocking him out. Maybe they found out about that and are yelling at him about it. What if they're grabbing him by the collar? I can't stay put if something bad is happening to him. Yes, busted. Reveal his secret. Let's go.
No, おい
Do it.
ロジ大丈夫？
I think he's got someone else by the collar. I rush into the room the yelling is coming from, and as expected, Rosie is there. But Rosie isn't the one whose collar is being grabbed. I knew it. He's yelling at that drunk guard. It's a pirate who's being held by the collar of his shirt. The other pirates are standing around the two, and they all seem to be trying to calm Rosie down.
カタリナ、どうして君が医務室にいるはずじゃ。シルバー。
This became suddenly much more interesting. Especially if Rosie is in charge of all the pirates and not Silva.
ああ、悪い。俺は迂回しようとしたんだが。
He's like, oh, my bad. We tried to avoid you.
病人が予想以上に多いし、こいつは完全に具合も良くなったようだし、王子様らと合流させとこうと思ってな。
I thought I should take her to where. So, it's not, yeah, it's definitely Rosie giving the orders here.
俺は聞いていない。
I was not informed of this. Oh my
言ってない
goodness.
しな。お前のことだ。心配だから動かしたくないっていうに決まってる。
Oh. Huh? What's going on here? It's a room full of pirates, and it's Rosie gripping a pirate by the collar and giving out orders. Yep. He's also talking to Silva, the captain of the pirates, as if they're friends. What does that mean? He's not friends. He's the captain. Or maybe... no.
ロジもしかして海賊の仲間だったの？
Oh, actually, he's probably not even the captain. Maybe Silva is the captain, but Rosie is in command. Rosie's still in command no matter what, though. There's something involved. I think he's some kind of lord of Quid, and the pirates are associated with him under his command.
それは。
おい。
Silva glares at Rosie, silencing him. At that exchange, my mind simply blanks. Yeah, Silva's like, don't you dare tell anything. He seems to know Silva. Wait, then he was with the pirates all along? If they weren't aligned, there's no way they'd be talking so casually, right? Rosie said that he wasn't informed of my move, which means Silva told him directly that I was in the infirmary. On top of that, Rosie isn't denying the affiliation. Then Rosie really is a pirate. He is working with the ship's attackers.
カタリナ、これには。姉さんに近寄るな。
Keith to the rescue. I'm frozen with shock, so Keith moves forward to shield me.
ロジーって言ったよね。別に僕はあなたがただの技術士でも海賊でもどっちでも構わない。けど僕は姉さんを裏切って傷つける存在を許すつもりはないよ。
I was almost expecting him to not be in engineer clothes, but I guess he's gotta hold his cover. He can't just change whenever he wants.
ああ、どうすんだよこれ。
I can tell that Keith and Silver are talky, but I can't process a thing they're saying. Rozy's true identity shocks me to my core. Oh, poor Catarina. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to leave this as one whole episode. I'm going to keep this as one whole chapter because it's about an hour and 40 minutes, and then cut down it's going to be like, I don't know, an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes. So, which is about normal. If I just put out a 20-minute video of Rozy's choices, it's not going to be very interesting as a video in general, especially since there wasn't too much extra dialogue to go along with that. So that is the end of chapter 3 of Rozy. We already know who he is in chapter 3, so I'm glad, because I didn't want us to be in suspense the whole time, even though, I mean, I guess if you play it first, you can, or if you play it second, you could be in suspense the whole time. But after playing, 4 routes, I already know that he is a pirate, so I didn't want it to drag out too long. So I'm looking forward to where the rest of the story is going to take us. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like down below and or subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.